Have you received notice of a rent increase that will create a financial burden or hardship? The city encourages you to reach out to your landlord or property manager to address this. However, if you are uncomfortable doing this or would like assistance, you can contact us and request a rent review. The rent review request and process is designed to provide you with a safe and confidential environment for discussing a rent increase, and as necessary, it may include consultation, in-person mediation, or a rent review board public hearing. Requesting a rent review begins with your calling or emailing us within 15 calendar days of the rent increase notice date. From there, our office will work with you to determine if the rent increase notice is valid. If it is, and you still wish to contest the increase, you'll need to submit a request for rent review form, which is available on our website. When we receive your completed form, we'll contact your landlord or property manager and ask them to fill out a response to rent review form. Once we have both forms, we'll schedule a consultation by phone or in-person mediation. Consultation and mediation are confidential processes, and the goal is to reach a solution that everyone can agree upon. If both parties agree on a solution, we'll draw up an agreement for your signatures and then close the review. However, if after mediation, you and your landlord still do not come to an agreement, then either party can ask the Rent Review Board to conduct a formal public hearing. A public hearing can be requested as long as the proposed rent increase is more than 5% and the request is filed within 5 business days of mediation. At the hearing, your landlord will have to provide information supporting the requested increase, and the Rent Review Board will review this and vote on a non-binding recommendation. If you do not participate in the hearing, then the rent increase will go into effect, and it may not be challenged later. If your landlord does not participate in good faith, then the rent increase will be voided. The Rent Review Board's recommendation is non-binding. If the parties mutually agree to a resolution at any time prior to the conclusion of the hearing, their agreement may be memorialized in a binding written agreement at the hearing. If you still have questions about your rent increase notice and the rent review process, check out our website or give us a call. We're here to help.